Hello everyone, Von Marie here and welcome to the Katscrappiness YouTube channel. So we are going to use this Cast a Spell dies and I'm just going to cut it open and I'm actually going to die cut all these pieces out of white cardstock. It makes it super easy. I'm just going to take apart some of those dies in between and then I'm going to ink blend them with some Pumice Stone Distress Oxide ink. And I'm also going to be using black Soot Distress Oxide ink. So this was a fun die set. It's new to me and I think it's so great. I've never had bottles dies before, so I was super excited to play with this die set. And I've seen so many bright colors, and so I just wanted to go for a more neutral card, kind of like a monochromatic look. So I hope you enjoy it, and you can do any colors. My favorite colors are teal and purple, so I did think about doing those colors, but I wanted to switch it up and do a little different. So here is the black Soot Distress Oxide ink. I'm just using my board here to help me ink blend and clean up quickly. And I love Halloween crafting and fall crafting. I hope you do too. And Katscrappiness has so many fun dies, stamps, and embellishments. So I hope you take a look because there's always sales. I'm always amazed at how much products are on sale. So that's just awesome. And we always have sales anyways. So I hope you are subscribed to the KS newsletter because you never know what's in that newsletter, and it might be something really exciting. So I'm going to leave that skull white, and I am also going to be using some Copic markers, just 2 markers to color a couple things, and I'm going to use my W2 and T5 markers, and I'm also using my blending brushes here. So I thought I'd bring out these ghosts. It's from the Boogie Ghost, and they're so cute because it's like they're dancing like boogie. And I'm gonna make this one a witch, and so it has its broom, and there's the hat. And from a previous project I had some die cut already, but I'm gonna die cut them again because I thought I needed something for that witch hat, like the belt or the belt piece or the little square buckle, I think is what it is. So here is where I'm coloring the broom with my Copic markers, and I'm just going to ink blend now. This is the hats and hats and bats 6x6 stencil, and I'm using white cardstock, and I'm using the same ink colors, and I'll have everything listed down below for you too. And I'm just coloring the bats with the black Soot and the hats with the pumice stone, and just switching it up. And I wanted everything to match to my die cut pieces. So I love this idea, and usually it's not something I do, so I like stepping out of the box and doing something a little bit different. But I do love stencils, and I do love to ink blend, and I do love pattern paper as well, so you can do this with pattern paper. Katscrappiness has a lot of Halloween paper packs too. And so I am only going to ink blend the top half there. So I love how it came out, and this is an A2 panel, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I was trying to see where to place my shelf for my bottles here, and I thought I was going to use that ghost there, and I'm just playing around, no design in mind. I'm just looking for a way to get all my pieces on here. I will be also using a boo word in shadow die, and I will put the correct title of that in the description. and where I will ink blend it with those same ink colors as well. So I'm just using my liquid glue, and I'm going to place that broom in his hand. And I did think about using a pink Copic marker to give these ghost cheeks, but I was trying to stay on the gray black side. I didn't want to add any other colors pretty much, or white. I'm also using white, so I didn't want to use anything other than those colors. At least I was trying to stay consistent. And it's super cute. I love those ghosts, and I will have to use them again, hopefully, on another project. But I have made a card before. I believe it was like green. And so I'm just gonna put my bottles together. I couldn't find which cap went with that that skinny bottle. So I'm going to place it in a way that looks like maybe it tipped over or spilled. I always lose little pieces, like I should have die cut it twice because I always lose the eyes or something. So probably one day I'll find tons of eyes or caps. So I am just putting that other bottle together, and so I'm going to add 3 bottles, I believe, to this shelf. And then I'm trying to see where to place that. It could be a cork top, or just like a top to open up this bottle here. So it's super fun, and so I am just using my rule of 3 and just using those 3 bottles. I think that's all that came in the set is the 3 bottles, but I love how you can do lots of things with these bottles, and it's so fun. So here is my word that says boo. I thought it was appropriate. I was going to use Happy Halloween, but since I'm using these ghosts, I thought I would just use this word. There's also another word die that is Trick or Treat, I believe, and it has a ghost on it, so I did use that before. And so here is where I'm placing them, kind of wonky, which is fun. I love wonky on my cards. And then I'm going to put that ghosty up top, and I'm going to place that skull. And I think it had ink on it because I did get a little ink on my card there, but that's okay. I'm going to try and get it off. And here is my word. So I'm going to place my word there. And so I think I'm going to glue that so then I have room for my other ghost, and I know where it'll go. I'm going to place a ghost on the bottom. I'm going to add some foam squares, and I have some on top here, and I'm just going to add a couple of these foam squares, and I do cut them up sometimes to just use half of one. And so he looks kind of like boo. So I don't know what these ghosts are coming up with, what they have planned to do with these bottles, but I think it's fun, and I think tells a little story there. They're excited, so I don't know what they will be doing with them. And so I am also going to be using some embellishments for this card. There is a lot of Halloween embellishments and a lot of good shaker bits, so I might have to do a shaker next card, but I am going to be using the Glamour Girl solid round confetti, and that one has a lot of pinks in it, so, but it's fun because I'm going to use clear from that set and black. And then after this card, I do add a few more other sprinkles or sequins. So I think this card came out really fun. It's super cute, and I had so much fun making it. I'm going to add that buckle in there. I have the foam tape kind of holds it in there. And so here are my Glamour Girl solid round confetti sequin mixes in my triangle tray here. And so I'm going to add 3 on this video, and then I add 2 more later on. So you'll see in the photos that I post. And so just trying to grab it with my tool here and using my liquid glue. So I hope you enjoyed this card. Thank you for hanging out with me today. It was so much fun, and I will be back with another card soon. Have a great day.